Okay, so let's go over we're going to be doing Tuesday, so this column right here, okay? I'm going to do the work on the back, so I need to be very careful how I copy this, because one mistake in the copying, and then it's thrown off the entire equation. You know how that goes. So, let's see, negative parentheses, and I'm going to write really small and neat as possible, because I'm going to need all the room I can get to do the equation. Negative 5x minus 5. Okay, I'm going to double check that I copied all that right. Negative parentheses 5x plus 7 plus 1 equals negative 5x minus 5. Okay. Line.
Michael Andrews, if you're in the building, please call me on my cell phone. Michael Andrews, if you're in the building, please call me on my cell phone.
Okay, there's a negative 1 here, so I'm going to distribute. So this is, remember, when you're distributing, it's multiplying. So negative 1 times 5x is negative 5x. Negative 1 times 7, again, check your calculator, it's negative 7, plus 1 equals negative 5x minus 5. Box and circle, box, circle, circle, box. Remember, the boxes have the variables. Okay, if you see like terms on one side, like I see here, combine these by adding them together. So negative 5x, I'm going to rewrite that. Negative 7 plus 1 is negative 6. Check your calculator if you're not sure. And then nothing's happening here because they're unlike terms, so I'm going to just rewrite them. After that, I'm reboxing. What I would suggest here is I see boxes on both sides. Anytime you have variable terms on both sides, go ahead and get those variables together. So, okay, what do I mean by together? Not by combining them, but getting rid of it, because we have a big barrier here. The only way you can get rid of it is by inverse operation. So which one would you like to get rid of? Well, you might say they're identical. Okay, but still choose one. So let's say I want to get rid of this. What's the inverse of subtracting a 5x or negative 5x? You add the 5x. But whatever you do to one side, you find the like term on the other side, and you put it underneath, and you do the same. So these cancel out, they eliminate. You get a negative 6. But interestingly, these also eliminate, and all you're left with is negative 5. So I have a constant and a constant equaling each other. Hey, this is a special case. Remember, when you have a constant equaling a constant, it has to be true if it's well, you have to decide if it's true or false. This is false because a negative 6 is not equal to a negative 5. So this is one where you have no solution. Okay? All right, so that's actually my answer, no solution. Now let's do the next one. The perimeter means the distance around. What is the value of x? So I have to add, and add. Okay, and then if they tell me it is, that's an equals 36. So the perimeter means you add, there's 3 sides to this. So you add one side plus another side plus the other side, because there's only 3, and then equal it to 36, because it says the perimeter, which is this all added up, is 36. And since we have x's involved, we're going to solve for it. So I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to put blank plus blank plus blank. And the reason I only have 3 blanks is because it's a triangle. If I did it with this one, I would have 4 blanks. Okay? So x is one of them. Now, it doesn't matter which one goes first. No. The other one, I believe, was 2x minus 3, but I'm going to check. Yep. And then the other one's x plus 3. All right. So now, box and circle, because we've got an equation where we're going to solve for x. This is a 1x. Okay, if you want to put the 1 there, this is a plus 2x, a negative 3, plus another 1x, and then plus 3, and then 36 is a constant. So it looks like I can combine these 3 x terms. So 1 plus 2 is 3, plus another one is 4, so I end up with the 4x. And notice how close I'm to the equal sign, because a lot of these are getting combined, you're going to shorten it. So now I'm going to combine these two. Oh, negative 3 plus 3 is 0. I could put a plus 0 here, but then it's just 4x plus 0 is just 4x. So I'm going to scoot it over even closer. Okay, wow, look how quickly that shortened. And then I bring down the 36. So I rebox and I circle. Now this is cool. When you have just one box and one circle, you're ready to divide. And the variable term is where you want to do the division. Here it is. I want to get rid of this 4, so you divide by it, because it becomes a 1. And you just want 1x. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. Bring down your x. And then 36 divided by 4 is 9. So that means if I put the 9 in here, put a 9 here, and put a 9 here, and put a 9 here, Then when you add up the perimeter, it should all add up to be 36. So 9, this is 12, and that's 18 minus 3 is 15. 15 plus 12 plus 9 ends up being 36. So that was just my way of checking, but the answer for this problem, x equals 9. All right, this next one says reflect over the y-axis. Ooh, remember when you reflect, you keep the y the same and you change the x. List the coordinates for u prime, v prime. Okay, so I'm going to write these out. U is at negative 2 comma 1. Okay, and because they want us to change all of them. V is at negative 1, 4. W is at 1 comma 2. Okay, so I'm going to write u prime, v prime. That's after the transformation takes place. Okay. Now, it says we're reflecting over the y-axis, so that means the y value needs to stay the same. Now, if you want to draw it over the y, now this is interesting because this shape here actually crosses the y-axis, and that complicates things, but it's actually going to look like this. Not that you have to know how to do this, but it's going to reflect and look like that because it's flipping over the y-axis. But it will be helpful to know that when you're reflecting over whatever axis, that is the value that stays the same. So I'm going to circle the y's, and I'm going to keep them exactly the same. But the x's become their opposites. So the negative 2 becomes a positive 2. The negative 1 becomes a positive 1. And the 1 becomes a negative 1. In fact, let's see, according to my drawing, if that's true. U prime should be at 2, 1. And it is. Okay. V prime is at 1, 4. Okay, which it is. And then W prime is at negative 1, 2. So here are my answers. Now guys, if you have trouble with this, I will ask about this problem tomorrow in class. Okay, give you guys some chances to ask about the problems. But really try to, if you need to go back to the geometry videos, go check that out as well. Look over the reflection, okay? All right, on to the next box. So this one, ooh, this is good. A lot of you guys miss this one often, and it's supposed to be a simple one. Remember, the exterior angle of a triangle is the one that's not inside. So here's my triangle. The only way you can create an exterior angle is if you extend one of the sides, and then you just created that. So this is my exterior angle, okay? Now this is interior, that's interior, this is inside the triangle. Now, the exterior angle theorem says the interior angle that's not right next to it, like this angle right here and this angle, they two add up to be equal to the outside. So that means it's called remote interior angles, okay? One remote interior angle plus another remote interior angle is equal to the exterior angle, okay? So I'm going to adjust this to be a little bit longer because I know this expression is kind of long. Remote interior, exterior. So this is this right here, remote interior, and this would be my, adjacent interior, AI, okay? When I say adjacent, I mean this, it means right next to, okay? So we don't want to use this one. We want to add these two up to equal that outer one. So 7x plus 6 plus 22, because that's the other remote interior angle, should equal the exterior angle, which, oops, I didn't look at it. What is it? 9x plus 12. And I would say, I haven't said this, but pause the video at this point and see if you can know what to do next from here to solve for x. Okay, because that's what it's asking us to do. Okay. See how far you can get, and then check to see what I've done. All right, so box, circle, circle. I'm moving on, but obviously you can pause the video at any point. All right. On the same side, these two can be combined. You just add them up, and this one just gets rewritten. So 7x plus 28 equals, these can't combine, so you rewrite. Okay, box, circle, box, circle. I want to get the boxes together. Now, when I say together, I mean you have to use inverse operations to cross that equal sign. So I'll get rid of the 7x. How do I get rid of it? I have to subtract it because it's positive to begin with, inverse operation. Whatever you do to one box, you got to do to the other box, the other variable term. This cancels, and you get 28 equals 9x minus 7x is 2x plus 12. Okay, circle, box, circle. Now, I've got a circle here and a circle here. They need to get together. However, we have this boundary. So the question though is, am I going to eliminate 28 and then do it here? But then what happens is you have 0 here, and these are the variable term and the constant are still on the same side. So what I need to do is move this 12. And what I mean by move is get rid of it. Inverse operation of adding is subtracting. Find the other like term, all right, and do the same to it. So I'm running out of room. I'm going to do the best I can here. That's 16, 8, yeah, equals 2x. Box and circle. Hey, I have one box and one circle. I'm ready to divide. I need the x's coefficient to become a 1, so I'm going to divide and divide. That becomes 1. So x is still on the left side, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. So this is my answer. No, that's a lot, but that is your final answer. And finally, the last one, what is the slope of the line that crosses through the points? Okay, now this one, when they give you these points, it's going to be, you're going to want to use your slope formula. So you pick which one's going to be your x1, y1, x2, y2. So I'll put x1, y1 here, x2, y2 here. Or you could have done the other way, and we'll still end up with the answer, same answer. So I think I could show my work here, but yeah, I'll do that. So remember, you do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so that's my y2, that's my x2, y1, x1, minus minus, y2, 9, y1, 2. x2 is 3, x1 is a negative 5. Double negative makes a positive. 9 minus 2 is 7, 3 plus 5 is 8. You can't simplify that. Positive slope of 7/8, and that is my final answer. So I'll say, look on the problem. Okay, and that is it.